A volcano erupts, spewing molten rage across the screen. Gigas roars, a skyscraper cracking at his feet. Nina Williams flips through the inferno, her blades glinting. A deepening crack as Kazuya unveils demonic rage art. This isn't just a tournament. This is a reckoning. This is Tekken 8. Tekken 8 has been in the works for quite some time. Not only is the famous combat series one of the oldest in the genre, but the wait for this upcoming game has been much longer than normal. The first installment of the series was released in 1994, making it one of the oldest. With Tekken 7, the series went over 9 years without publishing a new game, making it the longest amount of time that the franchise has ever gone without releasing a new game. If this is the case, then it is not surprising that Tekken 8 is under even more pressure than normal to satisfy its fan base when it eventually makes its debut on January 26. A playable trial has already provided players with a taste of what they can anticipate from Tekken 8, and with a multitude of new features, game modes, and characters, the game is set to deliver a knockout punch. The saga of the Mishima family and the deadly effects of their continuous rivalry will continue in Tekken 8, which is scheduled to be released in the near future. As the patriarch of the family, Heihachi Mishima, seems to have passed away, his son, the nefarious Kazuya Mishima, and his grandson, Jin Kazama, are left to finally settle their long-standing hatred in his wake. In the first part of the game, Kazuya, who is under the impression that the world has become more lenient, organizes the most recent iteration of Tekken's renowned King of Iron Fist tournament with the goal of locating any fighters that may still be on Earth. The gameplay of Tekken has always been quite fast-paced, with the primary focus being on maintaining opponents in the air for as long as possible by stringing consecutive combinations. It is anticipated that Tekken 8 will take things to the next level by placing a greater emphasis on aggressive gameplay and rewarding players who are willing to take chances by giving more weight to attack than defense. The new heat mechanism will have a significant impact on this daring new direction for the series, which will be greatly affected by the new mechanic. A second bar will appear underneath the player's health gauge to indicate the player's current level of strength. Every single character has the ability to activate their heat bar once throughout each and every combat. When they do so, they will enter a powered-up condition in which their attacks do greater damage. They are also able to absorb more damage while in this condition, which means that defensive players who are feeling confident might attempt to utilize this to their advantage. However, this is a risk-reward gamble. The story mode in Tekken 8 is said to be far more extensive than the one in Tekken 7, and the introduction of KTEs, which are claimed to have an effect on the plot, is a first for the series. In addition to the story option, Tekken 8 will have a number of additional modes that can be played offline or online. One of these games is Arcade Mode, which has been entirely redesigned. This option gives players the opportunity to create a customized avatar and explore interactive arcade settings while they are looking for new opponents to battle against. A large range of items and costumes will be available for players to use in the arcade mode, which will also enable them to severely customize their favorite fighters. Tekken's Mishima family is not the only group of characters who are going to make a comeback. The game will have a massive cast of characters for players to choose from. This cast will include fan favorites like Paul Phoenix and Nina Williams, as well as a few new characters. The lineup also contains the return of Jin Kazama, Jin's mother, who has not been seen in the series since Tekken 2, and is thought to have passed away since then. Due to the fact that she is a part of the narrative, the competition between Jin and Kazuya should take on a whole new dimension. The roster of the game will consist of a total of 32 fighters when it is released, and there is little question that this number will increase in the months that follow its premiere, with downloadable content already being guaranteed. Every new character in Tekken 8 has been confirmed. Azucena is a coffee grower who was born in Peru. He is a skilled fighter who specializes in mixed martial arts and is known for his speed and dexterity. Victor Chevalier is a super spy who is of French heritage and goes by the code name Phantom Raven. He is known for his sophisticated and exquisite appearance. Reina is without a doubt the most mysterious of the new characters that are introduced in Tekken 8. Aside from the fact that she is a student at Mishima Polytechnical School, her background is a complete mystery. However, the fact that she appears to use a variation of fighting karate that is based on the Mishima style seems to indicate that she may have some ties to the Mishima family, and it is even possible that she is an illegitimate daughter of either Kazuya or Heihachi. Due in part to the really amazing post-launch support that was provided to Tekken 7, there has been such a significant amount of time that has passed between entries. During the course of the 4 years that have passed since the game's first release in 2017, a total of 15 extra fighters, 6 levels, and 2 new game modes have been delivered to players. Every one of them was divided into 4 different season passes, each of which could be bought alone or as a package deal. The usage of this strategy, which has already been used to great success by heavyweights such as Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, has served to significantly extend the game's shelf life, and there is little question that Tekken 8 will follow the same approach. It is already known that the Deluxe and Ultimate editions of Tekken 8 will come with the Year 1 DLC pass. This pass will allow for the addition of 4 new fighters to the roster over the course of 2024, but they have not yet been given names. Tekken 8's initial wave of downloadable content characters may contain characters like Armor King and Eddie Gordo, according to recent leaks. However, the identities of these fighters are still unknown at this time. As is to be anticipated from a game with such high stakes as Tekken, a degree of hostility and competitiveness is inevitable to be expressed via the gameplay and the mechanics that coincide with it. However, Harada claimed during an interview with IGN that the key word to relay the concept for the battle system is aggressiveness. Expect Tekken 8 to be fast-paced and hard-hitting, particularly considering the inclusion of a number of new elements and the resurrection of fan favorites. Although fighting games already go hand-in-hand with aggressiveness, you may have the expectation that Tekken 8 will be even more aggressive. The competitive aspect of Tekken 7 has had a significant influence on gameplay in Tekken 8, with a particular emphasis on audience reaction from the perspective of the spectator rather than just the participants. According to Harada, who proceeded to make this statement in the same interview, it is not just important that a game be fun for the person who is playing it. It is necessary for it to seem enjoyable to play in order to attract new users. Therefore, despite the fact that the gameplay may be the most technical and violent we have seen in a Tekken game to this point, new players will also be able to enjoy the game even if they have no previous knowledge of the brand. Harada discussed a few returning favorites and how they have been created to meet the new intensity of gameplay during a question and answer session that lasted for 35 minutes and was aired during the Tekken World Finals. During this time, Harada also gave specifics about a few new gameplay mechanics that players may anticipate using in Tekken 8. After the release of Tekken 8, fans may anticipate that they will be kept occupied for a number of years. This year, both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, who are Tekken's primary competitors in the genre, were able to establish themselves with successful releases of their most recent titles. It is possible that Tekken will be the last one to arrive at the party, yet it will still be seeking to surpass the success of its competitor by ensuring that it gets off to a strong start in 2024. As we eagerly await the release, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. What are your expectations for Tekken 8? Do you think it will live up to the hype and become a game changer in the fighting game genre? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things Tekken 8.